Now, here we go. Yeah, welcome to our nice little tutorial, or maybe what you want to call player data. Are we live? Yes. High encoding. Yep. Which is fine. I mean, exactly what it was before. Now, got our little canon script, which is fine for our purposes, but we are probably going to work on this player stuff. Because we actually need to have does this actually yeah. The whole well the whole point of it is to get data across from our player to our other classes. And I've been thinking about this player setup, do player, and then weapon manager. And the thing about it is, the weapon manager, the only thing that I actually need in there in a centralized location is really not the inputs, not this, not that. The thing, the most of it that I have problems with getting across from every other thing is this dictionary that I need my ammunition stuff from. Go subtract and refactor. Go to definition. I need the class. Where's my class? Where's my class? Okay, this class. Now, for our weaponry class, we have this. No, actually, I didn't. I didn't do. Okay. On this version of it, I never put it. But the thing about it is, we don't actually probably want this at all. Okay? And the reason why I said want it at all at that part is because when we go into our weapons, yes, we are going to need a string for the weapon key. Okay? And we're going to do stuff with this anyway. Public. Well, here's the other question is, do we need this to be in our weapon data? Weapon, let's call this ammo type. Okay, ammo type, and we just want to give it a default of 5. Oh, no, weapon type, dude. Yeah, well, we want a default string, that's for sure. 9mm. Okay, default type. And man, good old ear is itching. It's going all itchy. And the thing about the next is we're going to need a public int. In gun. Oh, public int. Okay. Gun. Okay. And the reason why we need this is because we need some form of Hmm. Weapon manager. We've got that, but we need it to be what again? And this is a class, so it can actually be a lot more if we wanted, but I don't want to do anything more with this. So what we can do is we definitely need some form of custom saving for our guy. Because, well, the thing about it is we will probably want in our FPS kit, we're probably going to want a player data class. And this class, I think what I'm going to do is make this a static class, because I can see us uh, this being a static class, because of we're going to be referencing this probably everywhere. Okay, this will hold our ammunition, so we're going to need a using system dot collections dot generic. Okay, this will not be driven from mono behavior. This will be its own little class. Okay, now we are definitely going to have a public static. I think these have to be static. Not too or maybe they should be. Yeah, I think they do. Actually, no, I think this can be private, because we don't really need it to be. We need the key will be a string, and then this will be an integer. Player ammo equals new player world. No. Does it have to be public? Or does it? Actually, let's take us a little whiff into our. Okay, instance of member static declare. Cannot declare instance members. Yes, so it does have to be static. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, let's just make this thing happy by just going. Well, I know there's a way to comment on a large scale in this program versus mono develop, which I'm more used to. Okay. And we will save to get us out of this. Okay. And actually, let's go into our tower script that we had before the saving. Yeah, the list was static too. That's what I was thinking. But we're not going to use it that way anyway. I just wanted, yeah, because I was thinking, wait a minute, it's got to be that. And our player data class, the reason why we want something like this versus what we was doing before is where's our weapons? Weapon. In our FPS kit, we will do scripts, not setup, not that. Okay, player and weapon. Okay, FPS weapon. Alright, so we're in this class, okay? Well, we are also going to need a public max clips, and this will be an integer as well. Int max, well, it should say max in clip. Okay, we'll give this a default value of 10 for now because it is an int and we don't need some value of some sort. So we can make this a little bit more modular. Okay, let this compile and do its thing. And here we are. So we have this and this. We've got inputs, debugging a camera, weapon type, which this definitely is going to be refactored a lot better, but for now it's going to be fine. And our weapon update, fire. And then all we have to do is put a and in gun isn't less than 1. Because if we say yeah, we could probably go less than or equal to 0. And this will keep our gun from firing like it should. And we will need some okay, shotgun. And we do reloading state, reloading, start play animation. Okay, and we're doing all this good GLARPy stuff here. Yeah. Alright. Might go back to the tower game, to be honest with you. This one's a little bit more complex to deal with. Because we got so many different states and stuff. Because this is based on a fixed update. Well, yeah, that would work. That still does it. Because our shots for the shotgun and our burst fire, well, wait, burst fire, that's the other one that we have to change. Is our burst fire? Where is it? Burst fire, burst shot counts 3. Okay, and bursting. Now we're gonna have to do double digit things. Now, if on your keyboard you're gonna see, if you don't know how to make these lines, right underneath your backspace key, right below it, you do shift, and you can make these. The key that it actually looks like, well, I should embiggen this so you guys can see better, is these key, this right here. If you don't know about it, it's this key, but on shift. Okay, so you can make two of them. And this is an or. We go in gun equals. Well, you should do less than or equal to 0. That way we cancel the invoke that we have going to shoot 3 times. See, on this method versus the shotgun, we are invoking a certain statement 3 times. We're using a invoke repeating, but 3 times. Okay, and we do a shot count of 3. Why are we doing it? Oh, yeah, because we're using this integer right here as a temporary variable to cancel the invoke of it. But we need an or here to do in gun is less than or equal to 0. So we don't have any bullets to do in there. We would do this in the shotgun right here, but the thing is, it's doing so many ray casts. Like, the shot count is 4, alright? So a shotgun does it 4 times. Well, each shot count does a kickback, plays the animation, but when it comes to the ray casting part, in our ray thing, we're doing a direction, the ray, the hit transforms, and we're doing all these things in a single frame. So to mitigate not doing 4 of them in a single frame and spacing them out, we use fix update, for physics and stuff like that. So this is a while loop. While we're in the shotgun state and our shot count is 0, it's not 0, it's greater than 0, we do ray fire, and each time we hit the ray fire, it subtracts a shot count. So basically, we're just increasing the shot count when we're in the state. So when we hit fire, it just puts these shot counts to whatever we want, and it'll do all the stuff that we need it to. Kind of seems a little messy in a way, but it's actually a pretty clean way of doing it without having tons and tons of ray casting going in a single frame and lowering your FPS. I want to space it out so that we get smoother frame rates, more performance on the long run, which we may not need, but it was a small thing that I didn't like. I didn't like that I shot the shotgun and I could see my frame rate drop instantly. That was terrible. So we just space it. It's kind of one of those optimizing things. If now, so do we even use this movement thing? We probably do on this first, but let's get to the concept that we need right now. We've got this end gun, and it needs a default anyway. Let's say 5 shots. Okay. Put your equal sign, silly. Okay. 5 shots, and every single time we shoot, we need to subtract. So where would be a good place to do that? Well, we could. I think, no, not the ray fire. Wouldn't be a great place for that. I think in our firing state right here, this firing, when we open this up, why is there not feel like a closing bracket? Why does it not show a closing bracket? That's kind of silly. We should put it down here. Okay. And the reason why we put it here versus anywhere else or even in the methods itself is if we put it here, then we got to put here, here, and it's kind of silly because we could just put it in the firing because this is when it's the firing input is true. Okay. So in gun minus. Not plus. Come on, type today, silly. Minus. That's it. Wait, is that gonna work? Invoke repeating. Shot count 3 burst. Actually, no, it's not gonna work. I take that back. It's not gonna work that way. Silly me. And the reason is because of burst fire does a repeat, an invoking repeat. So every time the button comes down, it's got to do a certain thing. So I've got to do in gun, not 0, minus, burst fire. In gun, minus. Push the right button, dude. Can you type? And yeah, we'll put it somewhere in here. It makes more sense. And gun, minus, and there we go. Now for the tricky thing, and the other thing that I was going to put, thanks to our class here of having a static dictionary that we don't have to instantiate around, we can actually go, saving and loading might be a little, no. Actually, yes, saving and loading probably be a problem. Because I don't think you can do a static, you can't do a static class. They can't be static to save them. Is that what I'm thinking here? Am I right about that one? But anyway, when it comes to reloading, all we're gonna have to do is start coroutine, loading state, yield, return new wait for seconds, reloading. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Yes, I do not like that at all. Reloading state. Well, am I gonna? Yeah, we're gonna have to put collections here because I'm getting a reference from a dictionary. Okay. So there's our collection, burst, reload. Alright, so now we can go into player data. Player data. Ooh, no. Player data. Ooh, I think we have two of those actually. Player world, player this. We don't. Oh, that's right. We made this. True. That is right. Yeah, we're gonna make this public. Public for now. Okay. Because this is gonna have an integer of how much it is. Okay, let's rewrite it. It'll do player data. Playable? No. Player data. Dot player ammo. And it should be instantiated by now because it's a static class. It should always be instantiated. And to do something, dot, and we could go add contains key. And we put the string key. Okay, so we're going to wrap this in if. If contains the key, and we named it what again? Ammo type? Okay, ammo type. This won't work for the shotgun, but so we have to do a progressive reload for that, which is a little different, but not much. I think we have to do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this in a while. Um, no, I don't think we do. If player ammo contains this, let's do some functionality. Actually, yeah, it is going to have to be while because we're doing it in a coroutine. Contains this key, and we'll have to do some ammo things. While it contains the key and in gun is less than or less than or equal to 0. pretty sure it'll be fine with that. Coroutines are kind of weird. They don't. They like to skip over ifs a lot of times. While it contains the key and endgun is less than or equal to 0, and let's do a actually let's separate this a little so it makes it a little bit more visible. And player data player ammo dot wait a minute. Am I doing this right? Equal 0? Yeah. Then we do this functionality in here. Ngun plus 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 plus. Okay. Simple as that. So while we're doing this, it's going to do that. And if any of these statements, like if this doesn't contain, it's basically a big old if statement. But we're doing it in a while loop. So if this, while I contain the key and endgun is less than 0, less than or equal to 0, and player data dot mo with the key is less than or equal to 0, we minus what's in there, but the same thing has to happen somewhat here. So we've got to go this, and can I directly go with a minus minus? Can I modify it that way? And it's going to let me. Well, that's kind of interesting. Now, here's the thing about this, and this is the reason why I say this. See this reference from our player data to the ammo container where we're going to be pushing this? Well, the problem with our just referencing from somewhere and things like that, this is a nice clean way that, I mean, in the game, there's only going to be one player, okay? In our scenario, there's only going to be one player, all right? And he's going to have ammo, and he's going to have different ammo types. Well, each gun, as long as this string this gun right here, the string that it uses, any gun that uses a 9mm is going to use the same dictionary, same key, same ammo, and we're going to have like a pool of the same thing. So in our game itself, we're going to be able to take this and use 9mm ammo in a lot of different things. Okay, and the really cool thing about this is, and the reason why I chose to do it this way versus like other ways is, okay, if I wanted to make an ammo pickup, it's going to be, we're going to have it empty right here, and it's going to go ammo. Okay, we're going to have, oh, come on, type ammo pickup. Okay, and we could put a tag or whatever. We could put a tag. Let's do it just for giggles and everything. Is ammo. All right, and it's got our tag. So we go back up to here and we put a tag. Bam. Okay, and it's in its default layer. And now we need our physics, right? Because it's probably going to be a trigger. So we're going to need a spear collider, and we'll have all that cool stuff in there. And then we're going to need a script. So let's go into our scripts for our FPS controller. We're going to make an ammo underscore pick up, and this is going to be an ammo pickup. No big deal, right? Done it 100 times. Well, the reason why I like this way versus any other way, I don't have to have some weird reference to, let's open. Okay, thank you. We will have to use using system dot collections dot generic, because we are going to be dealing with the dictionary. But the thing is, we don't need this silly thing here. Well, we might. Let's just leave it. But I know we're not going to use the update, so that's for sure. Cut this out. But we're going to use a thing called on. It's going to be just a regular void on trigger enter. Okay, this is very important. Don't like murder me or nothing for it if I spell this wrong at first, but you have to spell it very, very precisely right. Collider, and we put other. Okay, this is an on trigger enter thing. Guess what? If other dot collider dot game object dot tag is player. So if the player goes, we want to do a certain function. Okay, we want to do a function here. Now, in the other games and a lot of other, why is this doing something weird? Dot tag. Uh, why are you complaining? You make no sense. Is it because there was a space there? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Don't know why it's. You know what? I'm just gonna save, and then let's see what the good old compiler says about it. Project. What? I guess. Let's just do what it says. Just kind of silly. Okay. Let's just reload it all. Okay. And we will just close out all this stuff because it likes to do something weird every time. Sorry about the interruption on this one. Not my fault. But we'll get back up to where you guys want in a second. Okay, now it does all the compiling. And we will open up our thing. Because sometimes it will resave and save and have two instances of the same script, which is kind of dumb, but it's been known to happen to me. It's kind of like a little bug. Okay. Come on, script. Pop up now. You know, I know you're like trying. Okay, there we go. See, that compiler thing is gone now. I knew it was right. But my point was, we can go up to this now. Layer data dot mo. Okay, and then we go into the maybe yeah, it might be a good dot. It might be a good idea to do a check if player data dot mo dot change key, and we will give a string key closing key. Now if we don't put anything here like equals equals false, this will automatically do the string key up here. Okay. Okay, which we're going to do a string. We're going to do a public string. And we could do a private string. Let's go more pro ammo type types, and let's just go with it. And then private int amount, not with two m's. Come on. And I don't think that's spelled it right anyway, but it's okay. Let's equal 9mm, and this will be a string because it's a string, and then default it to 5. Okay. Now start, we don't really have to do anything, but we can, so I'll leave it in there. So it contains a string or mo type. Okay, so if this is true, we go blue. This is for true if we have it, which, you know, in worst and best case scenario, there might be a time where we won't have this, okay? And, you know, it happens. I mean, yeah, it could happen. And then we have the else here. And we have brackets. Okay, so if it's true, we do this. If it's false, then we do something else. Now, to subtract and add ammo, we could do a method inside of our class, or player data class, which would typically be a constructor and stuff, but we can also put the logic in here. Now, either way is fine. I mean, it's a static class, it's, you know, made for static things that we need done. Maybe we should do it, maybe we should. It all, I guess, depends on what's your preference to your application. Okay, me, typically it's ammo. I really don't care. So what should we do? Yeah, let's do a method in here just to show you how we can do this and use this. Okay, so this has to be a public static void, and then we have to name this add ammo, add mo. Okay, and we need some stuff. Okay, all right, and this is going to take over garbage stuff that we shouldn't need anyway in a pickup class. So, well, yeah, should we? Yes, no. I'm kind of at a battle on some of it. We're gonna leave this in here just for a double check and everything, because it's always nice to have checks in your script anyway. You know, that way if stuff ain't instantiated or nothing, then we can do stuff. Okay, now why did my thing disappear? Okay, alright. So in order to add to a dictionary, like most people do, is we need a string, okay, which is going to be type, and then we're going to need an integer, right, because we're adding ammo. So now get me a drink. And to add to a dictionary, like we do in our public thing right here, we will basically do nothing but this dot, wait, what? We can't do this. We can't do this. I thought you could. I guess not. Oh well. Player ammo, and we're going to do these little brackets, and we will put this. I know we can do it for this dot type. What we should be able to do. We should be able to do that. That's kind of weird. That makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. But it is pointing to it. Plus equals ammo. Okay. And this is all we should need to do to add ammo. Because what happens when we do this function in our pickup class, okay? Which let's let the compiler do its thing, blah blah blah. You know, maybe we do something wrong. There's nothing wrong with letting the compiler go, hey, you messed up. I do it all the time. I love to do it just because it just, makes me feel better that I don't have any syntax stuff. But now we get to do cool stuff like this. Player data dot add ammo. Okay. Now we have a string type. Okay. Well, that's in bigness. 150. Okay. Let's get that back up here. Bloop. And we got, man, can I make the tooltip bigger? Like, seriously, if you're watching this and everything else, if you know how to make the tooltip a little bigger, like, so that I could show you guys, like, what it says, like, right here under here, then it would be really cool to let me know. Is there suggestions? View? Can we get a bigger view for it? Solution, error box, no, output, tooltip, advanced tooltip, the little tip thingy, bookmarks, outline. I don't know, I might have to make my resolution for my whole computer bigger just so it'll look bigger. But no overload for this method out. Ammo takes 0 arguments. That's fine. So we're going to take our string and the amount to add. So our string is ammo, tipsy, or whatever you want to call it. And then the other parameter is our ammo amount. The ammo amount. It's fine. Really sweet. Easy peasy, right? But we don't have anything for a false statement if it doesn't contain it. Okay? Which is kind of a bummer. So in our player data, we should probably... Actually, matter of fact, no. Let's do a different function. Because it might come in handy, and two, it'll show you guys certain syntax and stuff. Add type. Okay. And in our syntax of it, let's just do we want to put a basic amount that it adds and use only a string? Possibly. But what I'm going to do, just out of consistency, I'm just going to take a string and the amount too. So that way it's all in there, and we have to do a check as well. Because I am going to do a check to make sure it contains a certain key anyway. Because this could be possibly called several times, maybe, or it's just one of those things that double checking wouldn't hurt. Equals false. It's not a bad thing to make sure that your code, some double checks here and there, and not just assume, because who wants to be around a program that crashes if you try to add something twice? That's kind of sucky. So if the player contains this key is false, so we'll go player ammo dot add. Okay, and well, what we're adding is simple. We are going to add ty, your type, and ammo. Okay, and that's all we're doing right there. So technically, through our XML, we're doing our saving and loading. This can be a nice little helper function to go, hey, well, guess what? Our ammo is this. Okay. Now, in this class by itself, we could easily do this as well. Public static, okay, game object, my player. Okay. And because of this, we can make sure this static object, we always have a reference to it. Making it public and static like that. But I may not do something like that. I may want it in a specific script, not in this script. So, okay. Now, in our pickup class, we'll make it sim player data dot. Now we have an add type, adding ammo, player ammo, which we might want to make that dictionary. Since we got these checks and stuff, we might want to make it not public but private. Add type. And we'll just do the same thing from here to there. No biggie, right? No biggie. And bam, there you go. Simple pickup class, okay. All you have to do is check for a player tag. That's it. No get component, no nothing. And because we made it a certain way, our pickup class is quite versatile now. Pickup, bam. Okay. So ammo pickup. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, probably want it. Oh, no. That's private. And we will make uses of our serializable fields. Okay. It will serialize, it will be in the inspector, but you can't modify it from another script unless you absolutely wanted to. We could do getters and setters and all kinds of stuff, but this will be fine for what we want it for. Fine indeed. Now, because we did that, now we can see. Okay, now, and what's really cool about this is I can set this in here. And on our weapon for our guys, if we go down to scripts and we go down to Warzone weapon, we've got this type, and in gun, and maximum in clip. Now, because we did it this way, we don't have to do these big old scenarios where we have to know something. Okay? the, what I really like about this is this right here, this void, it's adding ammo. It doesn't care about what guns you have, it'll just add whatever. Okay. Now, in our data class, this is easy. Alright. But if we wanted to add, like in our simple text, and go into here, well, instead of money or something like that, in our update function, we can always go up here and be like, well, let's do this from a new script. We need a new script. Okay. And this is just going to be a dummy MOUI. MOUI. Okay. And it's, doing its simple stuff, being all cool, alright? And we know we're going to use some certain namespaces. We're definitely going to use system.collection.generic because we're dealing with lists and stuff. And we're going to be using Unity Engine .ui. Okay? And the reason why we're doing that is we absolutely have to use Unity.ui for the UI parts. Anything that deals with the canvas and not the old intermediate view, we have to use that. Okay, and that's the really cool part. Now, in this intermediate UI like this, all we have to do is put well, we don't even have to do that. We can do a private string, okay, and go ammo display, and you'll see why it's a string in a minute. And then we will go public text, okay, because this is going to be the UI text. Ammo, okay, and this could be anywhere. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything. Now, because of the way we've done it, we're going to do it in an update because I'm lazy or something. And the great thing about this is, well, no, let's go down here first. We need one public void. And this is traditionally kind of the way people want you to do. Change display type. Okay. And all this is going to do is create a public accessor like get set, and this is going to take a string. Okay. Ammo, and make this really clear on ammo display. Can we put an underscore? And the compiler don't care. Okay, good. Okay, and in this thing, we're going to go into our player data class. Okay. No. We're going to go into this class. This dot ammo display equals ammo display, the version that we've got right here. Okay, and this will be a function to set this string up here. And the reason why we're doing this is we're going to have to go into our UI text element. Okay, our UI text element. Then it's going to. Do I have to go text again? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The value of the text. And we are going to go and say player data dot. No, not a dot. We're going to do this. But in here, like, we can put a string, because this is the string value that we need anyway, which is going to be Emma display. This variable right here. Okay? Very important. And I think we have to do this to string. I'm not. No, this ain't right. Player data dot player Emma. Yeah. Don't do that. Can't type. I can't type, man. I can't type. It's really irritating. And then I will probably have. No, I don't have to do it to string. I just have to close it. Okay? Yeah. Too many this. Why are you complaining, compiler? Why are you complaining? That is into int. Oh, yes, I do have to go to. Man, that would. Oh, you know what? I'm not doing that. Instead of doing it like this, we are going to go Emma. Blip. And we'll go plus. Bam. There we go. Yeah. Maybe we put some braces in here or something. Yeah. Awesome. Why not? Why shall we not do something ridiculous like that? Okay. So we have this and that. And no errors, which is all good. And now we need a text element. Okay. Text element. Okay. Oh, well, we can't run this anyway because we don't got dummy data and stuff. Okay, so this, we don't need this, we don't need that. Player data class will be automatically instantiated, so we need some dummy data. So this is the reason why I said, oh, no. Ammo pickup? No. Yes. And equals 9mm, and we will put some dummy data in here. Start, we'll go player data dot. Ooh, actually, we'll just put dummy data right into the player data itself. Actually, no, we can't, because it needs instantiated in the world. We ain't instantiating it yet. Well, that's okay, because we're going to just player data dot adding ammo. And we'll put our ammo display and then a junk amount 10, and we're done. Okay, so let's go over what this is going to do. Because of this string right here, we are, whatever this string says will get fed into our display. Okay, so whatever this is equal to will get fed into our display, and it will read the amount of ammo going in to our class. Okay, well, it'll get fed into the display in itself. So you don't have to get some freak reference from the player and some singleton design somewhere. Well, this is kind of a singleton, but it's a static class, which isn't best in practice, you might say. But that'll be okay, because we are just displaying something. Now this ammo pickup, we don't need that. We'll just delete this since we don't need it. I probably should have kept it. This player weapon doesn't care. Okay, and I'll get to you one reason why I did it this way versus any other in a second as well. Now this script simple add that needs to stay gone. Let's just put our new script that we have, MOUI. Very simple class, very easy to understand. And there you go. And it takes a text element, which is fine, you know, that's to be expected. Now let's go into our game. Null reference exception. Why are we getting null references? 19. Is it because of adding ammo system? Oh, yes. It needs to be, no? Okay. So which one did I use on the UI? Adding ammo? Oh, okay. We need the other function, the other static function that I have. Dot add type. Okay. We need that probably. See, that's the reason why you make functions that are specifically clear on what you want, and put prims and all kinds of better commenting in. So let's try it again. Bam. Null references again. Dang it. Okay. And it's coming from 29 equals what? My dictionary not being at stand. Oh, that's probably what it is. Maybe player data dot equals new probably isn't being instantiated yet, which we'll have to fix that. That's an error that needs fixed. We can fix that very, very easily. Okay, because when we first add